The Google Pixel 9 Pro starts at $999 for 128 gigabytes of storage, and you should consider more storage if you plan on recording a lot of video. Google is offering Pixel 9 Pro and Pro XL buyers a year of Google One AI Premium, which includes 2 terabytes of cloud storage and Gemini Advanced privileges. A great deal that should have been extended to Pixel 9 buyers as well. The Pixel 9 Pro comes in a nice array of natural colors, including a delightful pink rose quartz, a surprisingly appealing gray hazel, the refined off-white porcelain, and the boring old black obsidian that I got as my review sample. The black is nice if you like black or need a business look, but I'm partial to more color and brightness. Oddly, you may find that the rose quartz model is only available with 256 gigabytes of storage or less. The 1 terabyte model is only available in the US, and it only comes in boring obsidian. If you're balking at the price, I'd note that last year's Pixel 8 Pro launched in October, and by November it was already on sale with a significant discount. I suspect we'll also see discounts on the Pixel 9 Pro, but probably not until November. I don't think the phone is worth the asking price. The design is excellent, and it has the durability and longevity with software updates to make it last. I just don't think the poor performance and possible heat problems justify Google charging pretty much the same price as the Apple iPhone 15 Pro. That said, if you get a good deal, like a free storage upgrade or a bundle with Pixel Buds Pro, it's a much easier decision, and I'd then recommend the Pixel 9 Pro without hesitation. In some ways the Pixel 9 Pro is a real specifications winner, but in one major way it falls behind. In terms of the Super Actua display and the new camera setup, the Pixel 9 Pro is a leader. It has the best display around, and the cameras are superlative. It also includes 16 gigabytes of RAM, which is a massive dose of memory for any phone that isn't made for hardcore gamers. The Tensor G4 chipset is the bottleneck. We know the processing cores that Google used in building the Tensor G4, and the low-level performance isn't surprising. This chip is barely fast enough to compete with an iPhone 12 from 2020, let alone a Galaxy S24 or iPhone 15 Pro. And that's not just on paper. You can feel the sluggishness when you multitask with this phone. The Pixel 9 Pro supposedly can support 45W charging, but we have questions about this claim. Our power meters never registered more than 25W when the Pixel 9 Pro was charging. The charging times match Google's claims, but I wonder if the phone is really taking advantage of the faster charging. The first thing I do with a gorgeous phone is flip it over in my hand. I hold it sideways, and flip the phone again and again to feel any grooves or unpleasant edges, and sharp corners where my skin catches. The Pixel 9 Pro is the smoothest, most polished phone I've felt in years. It feels more pleasant to grip than my iPhone 15 Pro. The Pixel 9 Pro doesn't have the uniquely shimmering depth of the Galaxy S24 Ultra, but it matches Samsung's attention to material details, with great color options that fit perfectly with the matte glass and polished metal. The most exciting detail about the Pixel 9 Pro is that it's small. Is a 6.3-inch display really a small phone? It is when you have small pockets or smaller hands, and have been craving a high-end phone for years. If you wanted to buy a small phone before the Pixel 9 Pro, you couldn't get the best phone available. The Pixel 9 Pro changes that trend. It's a relief, and hopefully a trendsetter. To wit, the iPhone 15 Pro is almost as good as the iPhone 15 Pro Max, except it doesn't have the same zoom lens camera or 3-axis image stabilization. The humongous Galaxy S24 Ultra is in another class compared to the smaller Galaxy S24, which doesn't come close to the Ultra's camera capabilities. Not to mention it has the S Pen. The Pixel 9 Pro is the same phone as the Pixel 9 Pro XL. The only thing it lacks is the XL. The screen is smaller, and so is the battery, and that's it. Same camera, same performance, same features, same everything else. This is the way it should be. Google says the Pixel 9 Pro is twice as durable as last year's Pixel 8 Pro, but I didn't put that claim to the test. I kept the phone in its matching silicone case, protecting its beauty. It has a Gorilla Glass Victus 2 front, and it has IP68 resistance against dust and water. Still, I didn't want any dings or scratches, it's just too pretty. Things aren't as bad as you may have heard, though. Google Gemini can set a timer, just not from Gemini Live, the new conversational AI mode. It can toggle the Wi-Fi hotspot and turn on the flashlight, among other settings. It can adjust my home thermostat and get me local search results from Google Maps. It couldn't do any of these things a few months ago when it launched. Is Google Gemini ready to replace Google Assistant? Sure, why not? I don't think many people relied on Google Assistant as the most valuable feature of their phone, but it's possible that someday Gemini could be the part of your Pixel you use the most. Gemini Live will be a stepping stone to this future. This is the new conversational AI built into Google Gemini Advanced. It isn't easy to find, though. You can't just press a button and start a conversation with Gemini. You have to open Gemini, then tap a small button near the text box. Then the chat begins. When Gemini Live does respond, though, the responses are excellent. The voice is immaculate, not at all robotic. The content it provides is useful and measured, depending on what you ask. Talking to Gemini Live is like talking to a polite friend who's non-committal and doesn't want anybody to get into trouble. Its personal advice is cautious, with disclaimers and warnings. It makes suggestions that are often inaccurate. I asked for a good place to take my dog where we could see wildflowers, and it suggested spots that were decidedly not dog-friendly. I asked for an interesting local date night, and it suggested a scenic railroad dinner tour. That closed 20 years ago. Some of the AI features are very good, often when the Pixel 9 Pro is taking transcription. The Pixel Recorder is the best voice recorder I've ever used, and I've been a journalist for decades. The new Call Notes feature is also clever and useful. I might complain about privacy, but the Pixel 9 Pro announces itself loudly to everybody on the call before it starts listening and taking notes. Even the photo features are surprisingly good, if you can get past the ick factor. The Add Me camera mode is amazing. You can add yourself to a group photo after the shot was taken. The result looks perfect, like you were there. Bodies don't overlap in weird ways, and the phone even gets shadows and lighting right. The new Reimagine tool in the Magic Editor actually does a great job of changing photos to add new elements. You can add a herd of bunnies to your picnic, or a waterfall beneath your feet, and the end results are incredibly good. Are they real photos? No, but if you approach them with creativity and with tongue firmly planted in cheek, they can be fun and unique. I even like Google's AI image generation tool, Pixel Studio. Google has wisely chosen to forbid its tool from making images with humans. It can make robots, and it can anthropomorphize animals into human poses, but it won't make an actual human being. Amen. I'm so tired of image generators producing stereotypical people. Better to just avoid the topic and let humans be creative without placing other humans in the picture. Without question, the Google Pixel 9 Pro is a contender for the top spot on our list of the best camera phones you can buy. The image quality is excellent, and not just from the main camera or the primary photo mode. Google has made worthy improvements across the board to many different camera features. The new nighttime panorama mode is a game changer if you enjoy panoramic shots. Other phones don't come close, they hardly try. The Pixel 9 Pro can take real panorama photos at night, and I'm excited to try this in every city I visit. Google says its video modes have gotten a serious boost, but I didn't test these features. I assumed, incorrectly, that Video Boost would be active by default. In fact, it's hidden under a special video settings menu that's only available when you have the video camera active. If you don't go into video mode and enable Video Boost, you'll never take advantage of Google's AI improvements to your video fidelity. The same is true for Super Residential Video. If you haven't enabled the Video Boost feature, which as mentioned is turned off by default, you'll never see the new Super Residential Video feature in action. For most photographs, though, the Pixel 9 Pro did a fantastic job, and was equal in quality to my iPhone 15 Pro Max, if not better in some cases. The Pixel 9 Pro also handled colors perfectly, where the iPhone 15 Pro Max would create photos with cooler tones than I saw in reality. For the night panorama, it isn't even a contest. The iPhone gave me a black bar instead of a photo, while the Pixel 9 Pro gave me a clear panorama. If you're considering the Pixel 9 because you heard that it has the exact same main camera and ultrawide camera as the Pixel 9 Pro, you may still want to pay more for the Pro Pixel. The Pixel 9 Pro has a Pro mode in the camera app that the Pixel 9 lacks. That gives you access to full 50MP photos, while the Pixel 9 only produces 12MP images. In fact, there are a number of camera app advantages the Pixel 9 Pro has over the Pixel 9, thanks to more advanced software and AI. The Pixel 9 Pro can shoot videos in 8K resolution, while the Pixel 9 is limited to 4K videos. The Pixel 9 Pro can shoot videos in 8K resolution, while the Pixel 9 is limited to 4K videos. You can also enable Video Boost on the Pixel 9 Pro, but not the Pixel 9, and that includes the new Super Residential Zoom video feature. The Pixel 9 Pro also just made better choices than the Pixel 9 in a given situation. In macro photos, the Pixel 9 Pro gave me better bokeh in depth, isolating my subject nicely. The brighter display also makes the Pixel 9 Pro just that much easier to use for photos in bright sunlight. Does performance matter on the best phones today? If you simply look at processor cores, which is like comparing car engine cylinders, the Pixel 9 Pro appears to use a slower engine than Galaxy S24 or Apple iPhone 15. How much slower? Quite a bit, actually. In our Future Labs benchmark tests, the Pixel 9 Pro results were abysmal. On the Geekbench multi-core test, which runs all of the processing cores together, the Pixel 9 Pro averaged a score under 4,800. The Galaxy S24, with its Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chipset, averaged more than 6,900. That's a massive difference. We saw similar deficits between the Tensor G4 and the latest Snapdragon and Apple A17 Pro chipsets when it came to gaming, video processing, and every other performance benchmark test. The big problem is that those benchmark scores correlate to my experience in the real world. The Pixel 9 Pro is slow. It can't handle a heavy workload. There was no single task that choked the Pixel 9 Pro, but when I had multiple apps running together, things got sticky. If I had Spotify playing music, Waze navigating the roads, and Gemini giving me life advice, all at the same time, I could watch the Pixel 9 Pro freeze completely. Buttons on screen simply stopped responding. I couldn't scroll my music playlist. The music kept playing, but the screen stalled for a few seconds. Not moments, actual seconds, 1000, 1000. I'm not sure what's happening, and I hope these are software problems that get smoothed out over time. The Pixel 9 Pro has an obscene amount of RAM. Where is it all going if the phone can't multitask? I'd hoped that 16GB of RAM would make the Pixel 9 Pro future-proof, but now I'm a bit worried the phone isn't today-proof. Additionally, my Pixel 9 Pro overheated the first time I took it out to take photos on a sunny day. It wasn't hot, it was only 79 F26C, and it had just rained, so the weather was a bit cool, not too humid. I was using the Pixel 9, iPhone 15 Pro Max, and Pixel 9 Pro, with the same settings on each camera. The screens were all set to maximum brightness. The Pixel 9 Pro complained within minutes, and forced the camera resolution lower. Neither the Pixel 9 nor the iPhone had any trouble. Battery life was no problem, and the Pixel 9 Pro lasted all day on a normal day of use. I never had to charge the phone before bedtime unless I used the camera extensively, which I did a few times during my testing period. The camera drains the battery fast, especially in bright sunlight with the screen brightness cranked all the way up. We got more than 13 hours and 15 minutes of battery life in our rundown test with the Pixel 9 Pro. This phone has better battery life than the iPhone 15 Pro, which is a similarly sized phone. The Samsung Galaxy S24 lasted a half hour longer in our tests, but that still makes the Pixel 9 Pro a respectable competitor. At least the Pixel 9 Pro charges faster than before. Google says the Pixel 9 Pro is the fastest charging Pixel phone ever. Oh, wait, that's the Pixel 9 Pro XL, with its other very subtle advantage over the Pixel 9 Pro. The Pixel 9 Pro still wins with better battery life than its larger XL sibling. I'm guessing that the bigger display simply requires more power, and that's why the Pixel 9 Pro got 13.5 hours of battery in our rundown tests.